consistent quality play by you. Any thoughts on just, now that the season's over with the whole body of work?
Yeah, I thought the, finish of, this regular season was really efficient by our whole offense. The run game's really clicking. Everything as far as like communication and execution up front has honestly been perfect. There really haven't been many mistakes, and if there have been mistakes, they've been very minimal, and we've overcame them. But man, we've been super efficient as an offense, and it makes playing the game a lot of fun.
Was there any change in kind of mentality or anything? Because you guys have been blowing teams out for the last four weeks. After that SMU game, I know we talked about how you've improved since then. Have you noticed any change in the team's mentality over the last month?
That Tuesday practice after SMU, it was the best practice of the year. And to see our team respond like that and bring energy, guys were flying around, guys were making plays, guys were running around the field that weren't even, in the particular play in practice. And from there on out, it kind of was just this new energy that I don't want to say we didn't have, but because we had it before, but it was this kind of newfound just juice is what I'll use, and it just continuously carried over each and every Saturday, and we kind of built on that each and every week, and we finished out really well and playing really good, efficient ball in all three phases.
Carson, now that regular season is over, I know the last month you've been focusing on the moment, win the day, win the game. Now that this month is over, regular season's done, what would be your case to the committee about why this team should be in the playoffs?
Yeah, I believe we can compete with anybody, in my opinion, and honestly, not even in my opinion. I think we've shown that we can compete with anyone, and that we have a really, really talented team. Not just a few talented players here and there, but a really talented team that is really efficient, that plays really, really well in all three phases of the game. And again, like I said, I think we can compete with anybody, and we've done a good job of, like you said, focusing on what we need to focus on to get to this point. And again, it's kind of up in the air and not in our hands at this moment. But like I said, I think we've done what we've had to do, and we can go compete with anybody.
Carson, do you think style points matter to the committee?
I think winning football games matters. I think looking good obviously matters as well. And if you turn on the film, I think, again, exactly what I just said to answer that last question, the film stands true. The film shows that we can go out and compete with anyone, and not even just compete, but dominate in some scenarios and situations. So again, I thought we finished out the season really, really strong. I think that this team is only getting better. And I know at the end of the regular season to say that is crazy, but again, I think we faced adversity in the middle of the season. We responded to that better than any other team might have. And again, here we are. Great ending to the season, and super proud of our team and the way that we've been able to finish.
Pitt forced you guys to punt on the first drive, held you to a field goal in the second, and after that, I think you guys ripped off a couple of touchdown drives, kind of put the game out of reach. Just what did you see from the Pitt defense on those first couple of drives, and how were you able to attack it, I guess, after that?
I think in any big time game where there's a lot at stake, and you go watch across the country, go watch the games yesterday, right? There's three big time games on yesterday. I mean, I don't know if it was 3-3, 7-3 in the first quarter. It's almost like a boxing match. And in any big game I've played in, it rarely starts off just 14-0, 17-0, just kind of like that. And you got to feel out your opponent a little bit, and I think that's kind of what was going on. Obviously, they had a good plan against us. I mean, that's a really good football team, very talented, and they played really well this season. So again, just kind of feeling them out, and then once we struck once, it kind of just tumbled over, and we played really good complementary football from there, and we're able to close them out.
And then seeing CJ get that nice touchdown catch at the end, just his first kind of. I know he's played a little bit the last week or two, but to have him get that, kind of close out the regular season, put the exclamation point on it, just what do you think it meant to him?
Yeah, that was awesome. And when we got the play call in, because they had called the timeout, so we were like, okay, let's go score, screw it. And they got the play call in, and we had just thrown like a stop route, so we double moved, and I was like, oh, this is about to be a touchdown. I'm over there looking at him, he's looking back at me. I was like, yeah, he's going to go catch it. And, I mean, he made an incredible catch. He caught it, and I literally looked at our offensive lineman, and I was like, oh, my gosh. Like, I cannot believe he just did that. But, again, I mean, he's been amazing all season. To have him out, obviously we had some guys step up there, but it always hurts to have a guy of that caliber, not be able to play. But, it was awesome to be able to, get him a couple opportunities tonight.
I'm only slightly joking here, but do you have to look over your shoulder every time Malachi Tony drops back now? Out for your job, commuting for your job a little?
Oh no, come on. Half the plays of him back there. Shoot, actually, I have to give credit to my roommate for this one. One of my best friends I live with, he was like, dude, when are we gonna do some trick plays for Malachi? Obviously he can throw. Obviously he can do this, that. Next day I go into the facility. I'm like, yo, let's do this. Like he can be a weapon in this way. And I mean, shoot, you guys look at how he's been able to contribute with little, trick plays and line him up in the backfield, split me out. I always want to go in motion. I always feel cool like when I go in motion and stuff. I wish they'd throw me the ball. Well, they did try to throw me the ball, but we missed it today, so it's fun. But yeah, obviously it's a weapon for us, and it's really hard to line up and decide what we're gonna do. I mean, he literally dropped back and threw a go ball today like that. It's pretty crazy to do as a wide receiver. So again, he's super impressive and he's been awesome for us.